Milwaukee police, if you're in here, announce yourself. If anyone else is in here, I'm taking the basement.
People are supposed to be living here? How long ago did you start getting concerned from?
Been concerned for like the last month, but it really got serious like within the last week.
When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place?
The house itself. My dad is a secretive type of person. He don't tell me too much or nothing, so I have to find everything out on my own. Just like today, I wouldn't have never. If I wouldn't have never went in that house, my little brother would have been sitting in that house for I don't know how long.
Today, we're following the short life of Jacari Robinson and the long trail of excuses left behind. If this story unsettles you, it should. Make sure you stay to the end because what happened inside that house only makes sense once you see the whole picture. October 10th, 2023. Just after 6 p.m., Jovius Robinson stood at his father's door on North Elmhurst Road in Milwaukee. He knocked. Nothing. He called out. Still nothing. His father had been sick for a while, and it didn't feel right. So Jovius pushed the door open. The smell hit first. Heavy. Wrong. One step inside was all it took. He immediately called 911.
Milwaukee police, if you're in here, announce yourself. If anyone else is in here, I'm taking the basement.
According to what Jovius knew, only 2 people were supposed to be living there. His 43-year-old father, Romuan Moye, and his 12-year-old brother, Jacari Robinson.
I'm under 6, I'll sign up.
Officers rushed in and cleared the house. Some went to the basement, others swept the first floor. No one was there. Roman was gone. The place looked empty, like time had stopped inside it. What they walked into barely felt like a home. Mold crept across walls. Trash was everywhere. Officers noticed cobwebs in the corners, thick enough to suggest no one had cleaned in months.
Apparently people are supposed to be living here?
Jovius kept telling them this was where his family lived. Slowly, small signs backed him up. Cops started finding clothing, personal items, traces of kids who had once moved through these rooms.
A lot of it's the rooms that me and checked, there were females, like little girl clothes.
So it's probably mom or some sort of family member.
Where's family at?
No working toilet. No working shower. That's crazy.
The house was unlivable, no running water, a dead shower. But beneath it all was another odor. One officer's know too well. It pulled them toward the living room. On the floor was the body of 12-year-old Jacari Robinson.
6-9, can you just do a call history search for this location for the past month?
He had gone in looking for his father. Instead, he found his little brother. Jacari lay on the floor, partially covered. Police searched every inch of the house. They needed to be sure there were no more victims hidden inside.
For a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it looks like someone wrapped him up like that, put a blanket over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that top, the t-shirt on his
Especially
head.
if the blanket and the t-shirt is over his head when they come in here.
Rom didn't just live there with Jacari. He actually has custody of 2 more children, 17-year-old Brianna Robinson and 15-year-old Shakina Robinson. They were older sisters of 12-year-old Jacari Robinson.
Robinson. I mean, if there's 2 other, bunk beds where the other kids are.
Right. Wonder if this is just a nasty case of neglect.
Probably.
So the kid's supposed to be, what, 11, they said?
Yeah.
Was 2, daddy.
Really don't.
One of
His
the
sister.
2 weeks prior, the 2 girls had gone to stay with their mother, Yolon Robinson. That left only Roman and Jacari in the house, And no one else was in here with him, just him? Apparently his brother just checked up on him. He hasn't heard from him. His brother outside. I guess he's supposed to be living with Dad. So this was probably Mom's residence. I don't know. Male or female? Outside, 22-year-old Jacari just stood there, trying to understand how everything had fallen apart without anyone noticing. But how old are you? 21, 22, I'm sorry, 22. Okay, so he looks like about a 10-year difference there. So I moved out at 18 and I really haven't been here that much since then. I've been popping up to visit my dad here and there. I've been popping up here and there to visit. But I haven't really been here really in years. I haven't actually sat down and actually stayed here in some years. Jacari used to live there too, but after he moved out, his father stopped letting him inside. If he wanted to see his siblings, it happened at their mother's place. The last time he saw Jacari was 52 days earlier at Jacari's 12th birthday party. Today he had called his father again and again. No answer. The door was unlocked, so he walked in. You're the one that found your brother, right? Was the door unlocked or was it locked? It was unlocked. It was unlocked? Okay. About 4 or 5 days earlier, Jacari had seen his father outside the house just like always. They sat in the car. Roman never invited him inside. That day, something felt off. Roman kept taking deep breaths, over and over, with no clear reason, Jacari noticed. He worried. Before leaving, he told his father to stay in contact and take care of himself. Since then, Jacari had been texting Roman. The girls wanted to come by and see their dad. They wanted to see Jacari, too. At first, Roman agreed, but when Jacari tried to drop the girls off on October 8th, no one answered the door. That's 2 days before Jacari was found dead. That same day, Roman texted back after several hours, saying he wasn't home. So, October 10th, the day when he found Jacari's body, it was basically the second time that week Jacari had shown up to the house, and Roman wasn't there. How long ago did you start getting concerned for him?
How long ago did you start getting concerned for him?
Been concerned for the last month, but it really got serious within the last week.
Yeah.
Because I was distant, my dad been dodging. Every time I come over here, every time I come over here to drop the kids off or something to him, he'd say he's not here. But I'm like, how you not here if you just told them? So, I came here because he been texting me today saying he only got a couple days left to live. So I'm like, okay. He said he don't want us to see him like that, so he been staying away from us. So I'm like, Dad, I need to see you. If you only got a couple days left to live, I need to see you.
Scared. His father had recently told him he had cancer. Then, in the weeks leading up to October 10th, Roman said it had gotten worse, that he didn't have much time left. Hearing that made Jacari want to be around him more. But instead, Roman started pulling away, dodging calls, making excuses. Every time I'd pull up, my dad would come outside to me, because he'd been saying he'd been trying to move real bad, like I was supposed to help him move and this and that, but then he got sick. So then he put that on hold and saying that he don't have too much longer to live. Everything just wasn't adding up. Everything just wasn't adding up. It just wasn't adding up. The night before, around 5:22 p.m., Jacari texted Roman again. He told his father he needed to see him. Roman said he didn't have the energy. That answer only made Jacari more anxious. This wasn't how his dad usually acted. So, the next day, Jacari drove over with his girlfriend. He stood at the door, called out, again and again. He thought his father was lying about not being home like before. He opened the door once, looked inside, walked back out, and told his girlfriend no one was there. The house looked abandoned. Still, something pulled him back inside. He remembered his grandfather's photos. Roman cared about those. If they were left behind, something was wrong. As he looked around, he found Jacari on the living room floor. In your opinion, because obviously we don't know you, you have more insight on this.
Insight on this? Do you think your dad was just... what was the relationship between him and Jacari?
Honestly, bro, he's been telling me that the last couple of months that Jacari has been real bad, and that he's been keeping Kari away from us. And I've been wondering, like, why he can never come with us. Every time we go somewhere, it's always the girls. He always let the 2 girls come, but he never let Jacari come. My mom even noticed that. She even asked me, like, why Jacari never can come to nothing? He always got to stay here. Why is that? So then, I never, ever, ever in my life expected that.
Jacari never thought his father could do something like this, but he knew Romuan could be harsh. Discipline in that house came with fear, and now no one could reach Romuan. Calls went unanswered, messages ignored. Every time Jacari showed up, the answer was the same. He wasn't there. Jacari's mother, Yolande, felt it too. Something wasn't right. She had been trying to see her son and couldn't. She warned Romuan that she would send police to the house if she couldn't see Jacari. His response was cold. He told her to go ahead, said he wasn't there anyway. Jacari didn't believe that for a second. If his father wasn't there, then where was he? That question pushed him to show up one more time. When no one answered, he went inside. After calling 911, the next call he made was to his mother. Not long after, Yolande arrived at the scene.
Victim's mom over here, brother, and sister is right here. That's the victim's family. It sounds like it was like 5-6 days ago before I think is the last time they heard from this guy.
I'm sorry, okay? So you're mom of Jacari? When was the last time you saw Jacari?
I haven't seen my son in over 3 years.
Okay.
Every time when I would call Romuan and ask him, can I see my son? He would tell me no, he's too bad. I said, Romuan, a kid is never that bad where they can't see their mom. That's his bull.
And how many kids does he have? I'm sorry.
He got 6 by me.
6 by you? Okay.
6 by me.
Jacari was the youngest of all, and the last time he spoke to his mother was 5 weeks before his body was found.
I talked to Jacari maybe about 5 weeks ago. I had got the girls again. I said, Jacari, Romuan, where's Jacari? He said, he right here. I said, Jacari, man, you gotta be good so you can come over and have some fun with us. He said, okay, mama. That was it. That was the last conversation we had.
Yolande kept telling Jacari to behave, to stay quiet, to do whatever his father wanted so he'd be allowed to see his family. Jacari looked drained, flat, sad in a way a 12-year-old shouldn't be. Every call ended the same way. He wanted his mom. He wanted his brother. He begged them to come get him. Yolande had been trying to convince Romuan to let Jacari visit her. They had that same conversation just the day before he was found.
I texted Romuan early today. I was at work. I texted him over and over. I said, Romuan, when can I come and see, can Jacari come over? I got the girls. Can I get Jacari? He said, Jacari will be with you very soon. He said, I'm too weak right now to bring him to you, but I will make sure that he gets to you today. I said, okay, fine. Then I had mentioned my son. I said, well, Zayas can come and get him and bring him over to me. Then I get a call, just getting off from work. I got a call. My daughter said, Mama, I knew it. Found him dead.
Investigators kept circling the same question. Why didn't Jacari reach out for help? Why didn't he call the police?
Is he supposed to have a cell phone with him?
Jacari?
Yeah.
He have a cell phone, but I don't even think that is on.
Okay.
I don't even think that is on, bro.
Jacari was mentally sound. He was a smart kid. He did have a cell phone, but it wasn't really his. His father controlled it. The internet, the access, the timing. Jacari could only talk to his family when Romuan allowed it, usually through Facebook calls. He wasn't enrolled in school either. None of the 3 kids were. They were homeschooled, confined to that house. Detectives needed to know if it had always been like this.
Can I ask you something, though?
Yeah.
When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place? Anything out of the norm?
The house itself.
Just in what words?
Like, as if like no one lived there. I was lost for words when I went in that house, bro. When I went in there and I seen that house.
So you saw him August 19th?
Yes, that was like really the last really good time I saw him, because he asked me can I stay with him. I gave him some toys and I was about to leave, and my little brother said, can you stay with me for a little bit? And as soon as he said that, it hit me. I'm like, damn, bro. I sat and played with him with his toys for a little bit on the porch. About a good 30 minutes and I left.
Even when Jacari was allowed to see his brother, it was controlled. He was never allowed inside. They sat on the porch. That's where they played. That's where they talked. Even on Jacari's 12th birthday, that day, Jacari cried for help. And once again, he was left behind.
He never really had a big brother figure, man. That's the thing, and I tried to tell my dad, like, let him come over, Dad. Let him play the game with me. Let him come by my house. He can chill with me. This and that, Dad. It's just, I don't understand it, bro. I'm lost. I'm lost.
I don't understand either.
I'm lost, bro.
One thing investigators could confirm was that Jacari was alive 2 weeks earlier. That was the last time his sisters Brianna and Shakina saw him. Normally, their father would only allow them to visit their mother for a couple of days. This time, it stretched to nearly 2 weeks. That wasn't normal. And when they came to visit their mom, they didn't look good. At the time, the family knew Roman had money problems. They assumed it was because of that they were in that state. No one thought of such abuse.
My dad is a secretive type of person. He don't tell me too much or nothing, so I have to find everything out on my own. Just like today, I wouldn't have never... If I wouldn't have never went in that house, my little brother would have been sitting in that house for I don't know how long, bro.
He had likely been dead inside that house for at least a week.
Like I said, ain't no kid that bad where you got to take his life. I'm sorry.
I got kids, and I can't even imagine hurting my kid, no matter how
I'm telling you.
I couldn't. At the end of the day, no matter how stressful they may be,
I'm telling you,
they are your pride and joy.
Only one person knew what really happened behind those walls, Romuan Moye, and he was gone. Finding him became the priority.
When you texted Roman, did he ever respond to you?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He responded to you today?
Yes, he did, several times.
Okay, and what did he say to you?
I'm going to read them to you right now.
Okay.
Here it is, right here. This is what he said. He said, I don't have enough, he pretty much saying he don't have no energy to bring Jacari to me. And I just kept texting. And then I said, because he had told me, I know he got, and I said, you're going to be okay. You're going to, prayer works and all this other stuff. He said, I'm not feeling good. He said, but I will, pretty much bring Jacari. He said, yes, I have Jacari. Yes, I have, pretty much, I got Jacari here. Jacari's fine. But then this?
Roman had kept up appearances, texting, making excuses, claiming everything was fine, all while Jacari was already dead. He kept Joveus outside, made sure no one came in. Now that the truth was out, the family could only imagine what had happened in that house. Roman had a girlfriend named Sarah. She never lived there, and she had died months earlier, in July of 2023. Roman was sick. His relationship had ended in tragedy. Yalan wondered if all of it had turned into rage, taken out on the smallest and weakest person in that house.
It's all the what happened, where did it go wrong kind of scenarios right now.
What he could have possibly did to take your son's damn life. I understand you going through, you just lost your girlfriend. I understand that. Damn, your son, come over, Mom. You better than that, man. You better than that.
Sarah didn't pass away naturally. She did it to herself. And that too, just one day before their wedding. It shattered Roman.
And did you guys just is this a new girlfriend, or it's been a couple years that
he's been with but she's passed too now.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, he couldn't cope with that, with her dying, because I guess they were supposed to get married like the next day as she passed. So I don't know if he just couldn't cope with her death and just took it out on Jacari. I don't know.
Yalan was the last person to hear from Roman. Detectives pressed her for answers. Where would he go? Where could he be hiding? She didn't know.
Did he tell you where he was at when you talked to him?
No. He just said, I told him I was going to come and get Jacari when I got off from work. Yeah. And he said, no, I'm going to bring Jacari. He said, Jacari will be with you very soon. That's what he said. Jacari's coming to you very soon. Right.
After that final contact, Roman vanished.
Do you know if Roman drives?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
He does not drive. Everything is on foot.
Despite claiming he was too sick and weak to move, Roman fled. He walked away from the house, from his son, from the crime scene. Investigators believed it was only a matter of time before he was found, especially with the family wanting answers.
He would probably run to his mama's house. I can't think of nowhere else. Where would he go?
Do you know the address on 22nd?
I'm not even sure. I know she changed her phone number. I wonder why did she change her phone number all of a sudden?
Change her phone number?
I guess not too long ago she changed her number.
Okay.
Detectives followed their first lead, his mother's house. They searched it. He wasn't there. In fact, Roman's mother had messaged him. She told him to turn himself in, told him he was facing life in prison. His response was chilling. He said he was going to die and that he wouldn't be around for that. As officers spoke with Yalan, the medical examiner arrived at the scene.
I don't want to be out here.
Let boss know.
Y'all not going to bring him out here when we out here, are you?
No, they examine him inside. And then
I don't want to see that.
So this is what it is. So detectives will do their investigation. Medical examiner will come and do their investigation and deem what the cause would be. Okay.
They're going to tell us that tonight?
You will get some information tonight. The ME will talk to you, and so will the detectives. Okay. So just we're on standby to standby. Let them do their thing.
And it was only the beginning of what the family was about to learn. With so many pieces missing, one question sat above all the rest. Where was Romuan Moye? Until that was answered, nothing else could move forward. Romuan was charged with homicide. A warrant went out. Milwaukee police teamed up with U.S. Marshals and began the search. Authorities believed he hadn't gone far. Someone like this couldn't just disappear. He had to face what he'd done. 4 months passed. There were no signs of him anywhere. Then finally, Romuan Moye was located and taken into custody. He hadn't fled the city. He'd been staying at a local shelter the entire time. If convicted on all counts, he was facing up to 82 years in prison.
Obviously, we're here because of Jacari. So the main thing that we're wondering here is what happened with Jacari.
During his interview, Romuan struggled to speak. He stuttered heavily, so much so that the detectives had a hard time understanding him.
I'm sorry, it's just a little difficult to hear. I got the vending machine out there making noise.
He started by admitting he'd always been hard on Jacari.
Always. I've been hard, always had fun, but I'm just people see it.
He claimed Jacari would attack his sisters.
Or you try to attack all the other girls to this, I still alive.
Still alive? So he had some discipline problems?
Yeah, a lot of this.
What was he stealing?
Just like, like food, and I couldn't understand that from because he was getting fair.
Okay.
And after he got eaten, it's like he wanted to get up in the middle. He wanted to get up in the middle back.
What Jacari stole was food. Romuan insisted the boy was fed properly. But if Jacari got hungry at night and tried to eat again, that became a problem. Jacari wanted to go back to school. He pushed back. He questioned rules. Romuan said that rebellion led to punishment, and that punishment was withholding food. Jacari wasn't submissive like his sisters. He stood up for himself, and Romuan couldn't tolerate that. He claimed Jacari wasn't allowed to visit his mother because one of the older girls had returned from there acting disrespectful. He blamed Yalan, saying she told the kids they didn't have to obey him.
Were you punishing him because of how you felt? Did he remind you of yourself?
He was way different. I just remember I was woke up. I had something.
Would you hit him with something?
Yeah, like a shoe or something like that. No. The only thing, like I said, I was doing with like a shoe. And the shoe was kind of like a thick sole.
Okay.
So,
think that might have caused it? Okay. When Jacari was being whooped, did he make noises? Did he cry? What was Jacari's reaction to being whooped?
He cried.
Did he have any issues walking after any of the whoopings?
I've never seen that.
Never seen it?
He said he wasn't even there when Jacari died. After the girls went to stay with their mother, Romuan claimed he became seriously ill and was hospitalized. When he returned a week later, he said he found Jacari dead. He claimed the boy died on October 3rd.
So he passes on the 3rd. The couple of days before that, I mean, did you know that he was getting close?
No, I didn't. I didn't realize.
You didn't even realize?
Not at all.
So after he passes, what do?
I was in shock. And I just stood there like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So the only thing I did was I just sat there.
He said he got scared and confused. That's why he didn't call police.
I didn't know what to do.
Did you think about calling for help?
No.
Can I ask why?
I don't even know why. I just didn't. I probably because I'm shocked. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
How long did you stay with him?
I stayed for like a week.
Like a week?
So if you went 2 days without eating, how would you feel? Like, have you ever gone 2 days without eating?
Ever?
Yep. Not that you know of.
Before the interview ended, Romuan spoke a bit about his girlfriend. He said Jacari's behavior changed after Romuan began spending more time with his girlfriend Sarah. Sarah lived downtown. Romuan claimed she didn't want him out of her sight and struggled mentally when he wasn't around. He said balancing her needs with his kids caused tension. Sarah and Romuan were supposed to get married the day before she took her life. There's no evidence tying Romuan to her death, but what was clear was his capacity for cruelty. It raised uncomfortable questions about Sarah's death, too.
What would you say to Jacari if you could right now?
I'll just say, I'm sorry.
There was never a definitive cause of death listed for Jacari. Jacari had been wrapped in a blue one. Sarah was found in a similar way. The pattern is disturbing, but that's all it is. A pattern. With no evidence, you can't build a case against him. In the end, Romuan Moye was sentenced to 47.5 years in prison. At 45 years old, he won't be free again until he's in his 90s. Jacari Robinson didn't disappear. He didn't run away. He didn't slip through the system quietly. He lived. He waited. He endured. Subscribe if you want stories told carefully, without shortcuts. Share this video if you believe names like Jacari Robinson deserve to be remembered, not buried under case numbers. And until the next story, pay attention to the quiet ones.